When we care to create the conditions of meaning making, what we're actually engaging in is agape, care, capacity to be agents, being a self-organizing, self-correcting, self-optimizing, self-developing, evolving process. Care, capacity to be agents. Last time we were taking a look at the perennial problems, religio, the very processes that make us intelligently adaptive, also make us vulnerable to self-deceptive, self-destructive behavior.
Each of us has an angel of the right hand and an angel of the left hand.
Agape is to love for its own sake the process of meaning making. And the process of meaning making is the process of being a person. Because my valuing of it does not constitute it into existence. I emerge from it and participate in it. I am not the source or maker of it. And of course, we've lost the narrative order. The historical forces, the loss of the three orders, let's remember this. We've lost the nomological, this deep sense of coherence and connectedness. We lost the normative order, sense of significance, depth, through self-transcendence. As we've lost this, right, we have a worldview, again, in which we don't belong, in which our projects don't belong, etc.
Offer you an opportunity to participate in the Alien Salience Project.
And when you get that going, that's when the meaning crisis really bites you individually, or right, it gnaws at you as a person or as a community or as a group. Now, I want to talk about.
So if nobody's manifesting logos at all, then the world is going to eat us. It's going to eat us.
We can address absurdity by cultivating prajna. That when we care to create the conditions of meaning making because we find them inherently valuable, because that is constitutive of our capacity to be agents and to value anything else. When we're doing that, what we're actually engaging in is agape.
What a fine meal you're making. The rest of you as sweet as your stuff.
Break through our current cultural grammar to a form of authentic discourse and relating. So that's on offer. I keep worrying, I want my language to be responsive to the creativity of these individuals.
So let me ask you about this. So now all of a sudden, the network, everyone's a TV station. Okay, so now...
Hail Hydra.
I want to indicate that I'm pointing to something that people are already doing. I'm not trying to take credit for it, but I'm hoping that, and work I'm doing here with you of trying to articulate that can help facilitate these groups and help them coordinate and communicate and potentially commune with each other in a mutually beneficial fashion. We can address the process of alienation through the cultivation of communitas. We can respond to existential entrapment by the cultivation of gnosis, which can be empowered by a core capacity for realizing higher states of consciousness.
Look, there's a reason why Gnosticism is a perennial heresy.
We need to do something else, because we need to talk about the way in which this whole project, as I said, can be delegitimized, undermined, and eroded if these whole sets of practices can't be situated within a encompassing and welcoming worldview. He talks about it this way, and think about how this just sings to everything we've been doing here.
And your situational awareness, the states of consciousness you get access to, ultimately depend on your character.
Well, that's a lot to swallow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to scuttle back to my power claim.
And then that, of course, makes sense, too, if you think about we have to care about the conditions that make any caring possible. Mind is not programmed software or rule-bound manipulation of symbols. Instead, the mind, right, arises through immediate coping with the world. Coping with the world. The way we are evolving the sensory motor loop, right, so that we deal with we deal with the problems at hand. To be an intelligent cognitive agent is to have this, right, ongoing, evolving fittedness, the coping with my immediate interactions with the world. I think we should ultimately see agape as our deepest appreciation for the caring that is intrinsic and constitutive to the relevance realization that makes both the agent and the arena possible.
It only works well when the actual orientation is love. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more.
Witness me! Witness me!